All right, here with Daniel Zepeda off the scale. You're all weighed in. About 24 hours from competition. What's your excitement level for this match at Who's Number One?
I'm excited to get out there, especially in front of this Pennsylvania crowd. I know they enjoy good wrestling, so hopefully they enjoy it.
All right, so it's kind of a unique circumstance for a couple reasons. One, you wrestled him last year at Who's Number One. Two, you called him out for this match, even though you already had the win. Why did you want a rematch with Bo so badly after you had already beaten him?
Right now he has the number one spot, and obviously I want that. And he's also been on fire. And when someone's on fire like that, of course you want to wrestle them. Like, it's just like, that's the match I want. I want to wrestle the best guy when they're at their best.
As you watch him wrestle this last year, basically since you beat him, what have you seen in him and his growth in wrestling?
Yeah, he's grown a lot. I mean, he looks a lot stronger, obviously. He looks a lot bigger. And I think he's starting to, like, sharpen up some skills, which is, like, it's really good for him. But I'm excited. I think I still got it. I think I can still go get this one.
So what were your what surprised you or maybe didn't surprise you a year ago when you wrestled Bo? It ended in a pin. You were up big at the time.
The thing that really surprised me was how easy it was for me to get to his legs. And I think, honestly, that's something I could maybe take advantage again of this year, hopefully. But we'll see.
He didn't make much of an attempt to ride you in the match. Did that surprise you at all? He's kind of known for his top wrestling.
Yeah, it did surprise me, but it also didn't. I'm a pretty good bottom wrestler, I feel like. I feel like I'm doing a really good job of getting out, and he was really trying to push that pace on me. So I think this year we'll see a little bit of an effort to ride. After last year, I didn't really gas out. So I think this year we'll see a little more ride out of him.
Now, the sentiment around this match, even though you won dominantly a year ago, not just in the ranking, but seems like the public perception is that Bo might be the favorite here. What do you think about that kind of that viewpoint from the fans and media about this match?
I mean, obviously, I think I should be the favorite, but it makes sense. He's been on a roll. We're in his hometown. A lot is going right for him, so I'm not surprised. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just I love proving people wrong. So.
And I see you got the NC State jacket on. How excited are you to get there in Raleigh next year?
Oh, dude, I'm super excited. I love the guys out there. They're all really cool, and dude, they're really good people. I love them.
Bo is a unique character in high school wrestling. We kind of really haven't had someone with his level of popularity. What's it like competing against someone like that?
It gets crazy because, like, you know, that's how really, like, I feel like I blew up just wrestling him, and it happens like that sometimes. He's really popular, and when he's good as he is, it makes sense to be that popular.
What happened after you beat him last year? You said you popped off? What happened?
Dude, I gained like 5,000 followers in a night. I was like, this is crazy. By the time I went home and went to bed, I had 5,000 more followers.
Really?
Yeah.
So, man, if you beat him again, then what happens?
Hopefully we get more.
Yeah. So how do you think the match could look differently this year?
I think obviously to think it's going to be as one-sided is just that's out of your mind. You know, you got to be ready for a fight, and I'm ready for a 7-minute war. I mean, that's what it's going to be when you wrestle him every time, just a war.
He's really comfortable in scrambles, but he tried to dive under a few times, and you were able to capitalize. Do you think he'll implement a similar game plan when you get to his legs, if you get to his legs?
Honestly, I feel like Bo wrestles Bo, you know? Like, he's going to do what he does at the end of the day, and, I mean, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, but he's very talented, and I'm curious to see what his game plan is coming in this time.
You wrestled a week ago. How did that kind of prime you for this competition?
Yeah, so a lot of people were actually telling me not to go, but I knew I needed the mat time. I knew I needed to get my timing down and everything, which was really good because at the beginning of the week I felt slow, and then by the end of the weekend I was just on fire. I felt like I think it was really good. I got to wrestle the number 3 guy in the country, had a good match, so that really got me ready for this weekend.
You have the nickname Sauce. If people haven't watched you wrestle before, they're in for a treat, 1, but 2, how would you describe your style to wrestling fans?
Yeah, I would say I like to get to my offense early, and then I like to implement a lot of counter offense. Like, that's what my coaches like really drilled into me, so I have that down.
Does that make for a good matchup for you against Bo because he's so offensive, always attacking? Does it play into like re-attacks and counter offense?
For me, I think the main thing is scoring early. Once I score early, my counter offense will open up a lot, and I think that's where I could really separate the match if I do.
What's the craziest wrestling atmosphere you've ever wrestled? Obviously, you've wrestled in a lot of big matches. You're a Fargo champion. You wrestle who's number one. But for you, what's the biggest, craziest atmosphere you've wrestled in?
Yeah, I've wrestled a lot of big matches. Fargo's pretty cool, but last year at Who's Number One, when I got in that first scramble, it was the craziest thing I've ever felt. The floor was literally shaking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, this is nuts.
That was a crazy first exchange because it was like you almost scored, he almost scored, then you ultimately that set like an insane tone for that match.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you're wrestling, right? But just the fact that the ground was shaking and I could feel it, it was like something I've never experienced before.
And that was in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So what do you think it's gonna be like in Johnstown, Pennsylvania?
Oh, dude,
he lives 2 miles from here.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be crazy. I just hope that the crowd's not too one-sided, you know?
Yeah. Have you ever been booed in your life? I don't think you'll get booed, but like been in like a crowd where it's kind of one-sided, maybe.
Yeah. So we have our regional tournament every year, and we win. Like we have 22 titles in a row.
Oh my gosh.
They boo us out there, so I'm kind of used to it, but it's definitely not gonna be the same as it is out here.
You're gonna be a hard guy to boo. You're a nice guy, exciting wrestler to watch. But do you have a message to the fans that are gonna tune in?
Yeah, make sure you're here and you're ready. You don't leave your seats. This is gonna be a good match.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to Bo before your match tomorrow?
Good luck, bro. I've been seeing you all summer grinding. Good job.
All right, Daniel. Thanks so much for your time. Best of luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.